A lot of organizations have an operations center of some kind, whether it's maybe a command center or a security operations center, a SOC, or a coordination hub of some sort. In your view, what do leaders often misunderstand about what that capability should deliver?
I guess the most common misunderstanding for essentially the lay person, whether it's senior management or the average employee, is they're viewed as like a technology investment. And leaders and the people in the company, they walk by the windows and they see screens and dashboards and data feeds that are coming in, and they equate all of that with capability. But the issue then is that those typically are themselves siloed. I go into a major, Fortune 500, 200 company. They might have 5 different environments. They might have facility monitoring. They might have emergency EOC. They have a SOC, which is actually the cyber guys. Then they have a GSOC, and they have all of that going on simultaneously, operating independently. We have different disciplines, like in the military, they have the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, right? They maintain their discipline, they train around it, right? And they have their identity, they have their uniforms, they have a lot invested in that. But they constantly come together around a mission as a joint combined force where each discipline is adding value to that capability that's driving toward the objective of that mission. Don't like break down people's silos. They don't like that, right? We're going to let them love their silo and be smart about being a business continuity professional. But when they come to the mission, they bring that skill and work with the others to make it more effective. So one is getting a shared operating picture. Everybody looking at the same data. Standardized playbooks and handoffs is so important. It's like racy, right? It's like who can make decisions, who has to be informed, who has accountability. So that needs to be understood in that environment. Then the other key one, which is I think one of the hardest, is to get to an operational rhythm. And this is going to depend on the team and what their mission is. Some teams will have maybe a daily check-in, but then you're going to have a 24/7 operations center where those teams that are operating in a 24/7 environment will have continuous engagement. So threats come in, they're triaged and looked at from all protective disciplines to say, okay, do we need to lean forward and prepare? Right? And what is this threat in the sense of timeline? Is this like immediate, or can we kind of work on this? Or did I sense an incident that just happened? And then, okay, who needs to be organized to now respond, recover, and do the after action on this, right? So you have all of that going on in multidisciplinary teams, not just one team trying to hold up the whole organization and then finding out, help, I need the cyber guys, right?
If a team out there that's listening wants to make immediate progress in risk operations, where would you recommend they start?
I can tell you one that's really critical and where I always start is, where's leadership and where's the organizational culture right now, right? If leadership doesn't understand that this is important and it makes sense and it's going to create the benefits not only internally, but also for external people that are dealing with the company, like regulatory people, emergency response people that show up at your manufacturing plant, to have a single point that then's coordinated across every element. So it's external and internal. If they don't see that, then you're probably pushing a rope up the hill, right? And then from there, you want to kind of map out, what are, like I just started, what are all the centers that we already have, right? So you can go in an efficiency conversation that says, look, if we start bringing all these together, we're going to be future ready for AI, and we're going to actually be more efficient in what we're doing, and we're going to cover gaps and blind spots, right? Our job in the operational domain is to make sure, to the best of our ability, you can deliver on your value-generating business objectives with the greatest certainty.